For more than 25 years, the smartest 30 minutes on television. From the campus of Wake Tech, get your crania in gear. It's time to play Brain Game.
All around it. Nice job. Very enthusiastic applause. That is great. All right. Well, hello and welcome to Brain Game, everyone. I'm your host, Mark Roberts. Thank you so much for joining us at Wake Tech Scott Northern Wake Campus. We are ready for action today. Let's get started and meet the players. How about? Let's go over to the pods there. First up from Cardinal Gibbons in Raleigh, we have Catherine, Grayson, and Claire. That is Cardinal Gibbons, everyone. And from Raleigh Charter, we have Eric, Wisdom, and Brian. That is Raleigh Charter. Remember, in Brain Game, each team will have first crack at 3 questions in each category. Correct answers in Brain Game earn you 20 points. You get it wrong, we take 20 away. If a team can't answer a question, they can certainly pass. So the other team should always be ready with a response. Our players look ready to rock here. We will now test our players' knowledge in 9 categories. Let's get to our first one, pop-up culture. Today we're asking questions about rich music. Each correct answer will be a song title that mentions wealth or something of value. So if there's a DJ on your team, pass them that aux cord right now. We start pop-up culture songs about wealth with Cardinal Gibbons. Bruno Mars sang a song and released an album with this title that indicates the purity of a metal.
Our team's answer is 24 Karat Magic.
You got it. Next one, again, sticking with Cardinal Gibbons here. In this Pink Floyd song, the singer wants to buy a football team and a Learjet.
Our team's answer is money.
Money is correct. And last one for Cardinal Gibbons here. Covered many times, this Christmas carol contains an onomatopoetic description of the sounds of title objects.
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Raleigh Charter if you want to take a crack at that one.
Defer Brian.
Team's answer is Jingle Bells. That is incorrect. Silver Bells, the answer we're looking for there. All right, let's do pop-up culture. Songs about wealth with Raleigh Charter. Rihanna released this single in 2012. Its title refers to a very hard gemstone.
Our team's answer is diamond.
Diamonds is correct. Next one, 4 months after his death, Biggie had a #1 hit with this song about the challenges that often come with wealth.
More money, more problems. Yeah, right. Our team's answer is more money, more problems.
Said so well by Wisdom there. Nice job, Brian. That was good. All right, and rounding out Raleigh Charter's pop-up culture here, this Kanye West track from 2005 describes a person who pursues partners for their wealth.
Our team's answer is Gold Digger.
Yes, and we will not sing that song on Brain Game, people. It's a family program here. But all right, nice job over there. Let's turn off the radio now and turn on to news for our next category, headliners. Teams, today we're testing your knowledge of current events from right here in North Carolina to around the world. We begin headliners with Cardinal Gibbons and a visual clue. Deanne Criswell, shown here, is the first woman to serve as administrator of what federal agency currently very busy in Western North Carolina?
Our team's answer is FEMA.
FEMA is correct. Sticking with Cardinal Gibbons here. Ironically, there's no coastal division anymore, even with schools on 2 coasts. What college football conference began this year with new members Stanford and Cal?
Our team's answer is the ACC.
That's right, the Atlantic Coast Conference. And last one in this go-round for Cardinal Gibbons. Her Thai name means bouncy pig. What kind of animal is internet sensation Moo Dang?
Our team's answer is hippo.
Well, pygmy hippopotamus, yeah, hippo, you got it there. That is correct. All right, now over to Raleigh Charter for your headliners. Dr. Claudia Scheinbaum, shown here, is the first woman elected to what international position in 2024?
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Cardinal Gibbons if you want to take a stab at that.
Our team's answer is pass.
President of Mexico. All right, sticking with Raleigh Charter for headliners here. You could make an argument for Texas, but the addition of Oklahoma in 2024 probably stretches the name of what geographical football conference?
You know it's it.
Need something over there, you guys. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Cardinal Gibbons.
Our team's answer is the SEC.
That is right. Southeastern Conference. That's what we're looking for. All right. Rounding out headliners with Raleigh Charter. Stranding its crew for several months. What troubled Boeing spacecraft returned to Earth from the International Space Station in September empty?
Our team's answer is the Starliner.
That is correct. Back when the ACC started in 1953, it was made up of 8 teams with 6 in the Carolinas. It was so simple back then. Now it's up to 18 teams spanning 12 states across America, which is our next category, by the way. Today we're covering colorful cities. Each correct answer will be the name of a U.S. city with some color in its name. And we begin colorful cities with Cardinal Gibbons. What Texas city lies across the Rio Grande from Matamoros, Mexico?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Brownsville, the answer we're looking for there. All right, sticking with Cardinal Gibbons, what U.S. capital city's name contains the French word for red?
Our team's answer is Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana is correct. And last across America for Cardinal Gibbons, what area in New Mexico, named for its unique desert color, is home to a missile range and a national park?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
White Sands is what we're looking for there. All right, now it's time to do colorful cities across America with Raleigh Charter. What third most populous city in Wisconsin lies on Lake Michigan and is also known as Titletown?
No, it's a color. It's a color. So no, it's a color. I don't know.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Cardinal Gibbons.
Our team's answer is Green Bay.
Green Bay is right. Now, sticking with Raleigh Charter here, what Texas Panhandle city is named for the Spanish word for the color yellow?
It's Amarillo, but is it just Amarillo?
Our team's answer is Amarillo.
That is correct. And last across America for Raleigh Charter, what city in New Jersey is not named for fruit, but for a Dutch and British royal house?
Our team's answer is Orange.
Orange is correct. Nice job over there. All right. Including New Jersey and North Carolina, there are 8 orange counties in the United States, but only 1 Wake County. We've made it to our first break now. When we return, we've got an animal edition of Word Power and Arts and Literature. Brain Game will be right back, everyone. We have Cardinal Gibbons on the board with 160 and Raleigh Charter in there at 100. It's time to find out how well our players can do filling in the blanks. In today's Word Power, we're testing our players on words derived from animal names. In addition to the clue, you'll also have the letter count of each answer in the question. And the monitor will be your friend over there. We'll begin Word Power, words from animal names with Cardinal Gibbons. The Eagle said you can't hide yours. What 7-letter word meaning to give a lot of attention to a person and treat them as a celebrity is based on a big cat? I need something over there, Cardinal Gibbons. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
I pass. I don't know. It'd be a guess. Unless you know. If you know, it's it.
Our team's answer is pass.
Lionize, the answer we're looking for there. All right, sticking with Cardinal Gibbons, this 8-letter chart of the lineage of an animal or person comes from the French word for a stork's foot. Need something over there, Cardinal Gibbons. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Pedigree. If you want pedigree.
Our team's answer is pedigree.
Pedigree is correct. And we're rounding out Word Power now with Cardinal Gibbons. The Greeks had chairs with nets over them to protect them from mosquitoes. This 6-letter word for the hatch on an airplane comes from the Greek word for mosquito.
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes to Raleigh Charter.
I don't think so.
Our team's answer is pass.
Canopy, the answer we're looking for. All right, let's do Word Power with Raleigh Charter. Tenacious or determined persistence is the definition of this 6-letter word, which is why these animals are often our best friends.
Sure. Yeah, like that.
My team's answer is dogged.
Dogged is correct. All right, sticking with Raleigh Charter. The shape of an animal as it moves gives us this 10-letter word for anything winding, like a road or a particular belt in an engine. What is it?
Yes,
Need something, Raleigh Charter.
yeah, say that.
My team's answer is slithering.
That is incorrect. Cardinal Gibbons.
Our team's answer is pass.
Serpentine, the answer we're looking for. All right, last word power for Raleigh Charter. Because you traveled toward the constellation Ursa Major to get there, this 6-letter word for the extreme north is from the Greek word for bear.
Extreme north. How does it fit?
My team's answer is pass.
Over to Cardinal Gibbons. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Arctic. Arctic, the answer we're looking for. All right, both teams showing it's not all Greek to them. Let's bear down now on our next category, arts and literature. Players today, we're looking back on some of the world's most renowned artists, writers, and musicians. So you want to work together to earn the most points. Each team will start with a visual clue. Beginning here with Cardinal Gibbons. Still Life with Melon also features peaches and grapes, but not water lilies. What French impressionist painted it?
Our team's answer is Monet.
Monet is right. Question 2 for Cardinal Gibbons. My offense is rank, it smells to heaven, says this stepfather to Hamlet, who killed his own brother to assume the throne. Who is he?
Our team's answer is Claudius.
Claudius, that Claudius. And then last one for Cardinal Gibbons here. The 1959 album, A Kind of Blue, is considered one of the greatest of all time and a masterpiece of what jazz trumpeter?
Our team's answer is Miles Davis.
That is right. Okay, now, arts and literature with Raleigh Charter. Still Life with Peacocks was painted by what Dutch master portraitist, better known for a dark mural of soldiers?
My team's answer is Rembrandt.
That is correct. Question 2 in arts and lit for Raleigh Charter. Aunt Beast is a nickname for a furry, tentacled alien that helps Meg Murray in what Madeleine L'Engle novel?
My team's answer is A Wrinkle in Time.
That's right. And last arts and lit for Raleigh Charter. Blue is also the color of what American folk singer got tangled up in? He had a song about subterranean homesick ones, too.
My team's answer is pass.
Over to Cardinal Gibbons.
Our team's answer is Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan is right. Way to pull that out of there. That was a very interesting question there. All right. Players, take a breather now because you'll need it. We've got name game and crunching numbers and rocket science when Brain Game returns, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. After that second round of play, we have Cardinal Gibbons with 240 points and Raleigh Charter on the board at 160. We also have a substitute player that has come in for Cardinal Gibbons. Everyone, let's welcome Danny to the game. Danny's now with Cardinal Gibbons. All right. Danny, excellent wave. Don't injure your fellow player over there. That's a good wave. All right, let's get now to our next category, which is name game, everyone. Players today, we need you to identify the person or people by their monuments. Listen carefully to each question to make sure you get all of the clues. And we'll begin name game, people by their monuments, with Cardinal Gibbons. The tallest structure in the world until 1889. This white marble obelisk is in its namesake city.
Our team's answer is the Washington Monument.
That is correct. All right, second name game for Cardinal Gibbons. The third part of a triangle with the Washington and Lincoln monuments. This round column memorial sits on the tidal basin.
Our team's answer is the Jefferson Memorial.
That's right. And last name game for Cardinal Gibbons. A 60-foot tower overlooks Kill Devil Hills, where these two siblings made the first successful powered flight.
Our team's answer is the Wright brothers.
That is correct. Good siblings they were. Now, people by their monuments, name game for Raleigh Charter. Better known as a memorial, his monument is found at the other end of the reflecting pool from the Washington Monument.
No, it's
Our team's answer is Abraham Lincoln.
That is correct. Long black granite walls exhibit the names of these 58,000 men and women killed in action in Southeast Asia. For Raleigh Charter.
Defer Eric.
The Vietnam Monument.
That is correct. You got it, Eric. Good deferment there. All right. Last name game for Raleigh Charter. Begun in 1948, his South Dakota monument is still unfinished. Who is this Oglala Lakota warrior who led his people against Custer at Little Bighorn?
Our team's answer is Standing Bull.
That is incorrect. Cardinal Gibbons?
Our team's answer is Sitting Bull.
That is also in Crazy Horse, the answer we're looking for. All right, we're done with that now, don't worry. Players have your pencils and scratch paper at the ready. It's time now for crunching numbers. You now have twice as much time to answer your questions. If you're still stumped, you can always pass to the other team, so everyone should be working toward an answer. All right, we'll begin crunching numbers with Cardinal Gibbons. What is the smallest integer n such that n squared is between 30 and 50?
Our team's answer is 6.
That is incorrect. Question 2 in crunching numbers for Cardinal Gibbons. Given that 1/15 of x minus 1/3 equals 1/5, what is the value of x? Need something, Cardinal Gibbons. Anything over there?
Our team's answer is 8.
8 is correct. All right, and last crunching numbers for Cardinal Gibbons. In isosceles trapezoid ABCD, the measure of angle A is 50 degrees, and the measure of angle DEB is 110 degrees. Determine the measure of angle 1.
Our team's answer is 60.
That is right. All right, time for crunching numbers with Raleigh Charter. For the given set, if the median is 9, what is the value of x?
Average of 5 and the middle number is 7. It's 13. For sure. Yeah, 13.
Our team's answer is 13.
13 is right. Question 2 in crunching numbers for Raleigh Charter. For the function y equals 3 times x plus 2 times x plus 6, what is the y coordinate of the vertex? Need something over there, Raleigh Charter? Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Cardinal Gibbons.
I'd like to defer to Catherine.
All right.
Our team's answer is 120.
That is incorrect. Answer we're looking for is -12. Now, rounding out crunching numbers with Raleigh Charter. Given the conditional statement, if P, then Q, what is its inverse?
Q then P. If Q then P. Is it if Q then P? I don't know.
Just go for it. Should I just go for it?
Pass.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Cardinal Gibbons.
Our team's answer is pass.
If not P, then not Q. Good news, players. You've made it through the always difficult math portion of Brain Game. We got that behind us. We're on now to rocket science, which means there are only 6 questions left before the final round. 120 points are up for grabs, and each team will start with a visual clue. Beginning with Cardinal Gibbons, what part of the electromagnetic spectrum does the Very Large Array observe in? Need something, Cardinal Gibbons.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
I pass. I'm not sure. I don't know. Just pass.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is radio. Sticking with Cardinal Gibbons for rocket science. This force's name comes from it being perpendicular to the surface of an object it sits on. What is this force?
Our team's answer is normal force.
That is correct. And last rocket science for Cardinal Gibbons. Chemical compounds composed chiefly of carbon are often given what one-word description, which ironically can be used to describe food grown without chemicals.
Our team's answer is organic.
Organic is right. Now, rocket science for Raleigh Charter. Prairie, savanna, and coniferous forests are ecosystems that require what natural disaster to keep them healthy?
Our team's answer is wildfires.
Wildfires, fires, that's correct. Sticking with Raleigh Charter, negative 153 Celsius is the temperature below which materials, such as superconductors, are referred to by what 9-letter word?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Cardinal Gibbons.
Our team's answer is pass.
Cryogenic, the answer we're looking for. And last rocket science for Raleigh Charter. First named in 1829, coprolites are fossilized forms of what biological material?
Our team's answer is poop.
That works. Poop, dung, whatever you use at home. That is correct. We cover everything in Brain Game, that's right. Players, we made it down to our last question. Globetrotting. How much do our players know about Central America? We'll find out when Brain Game returns, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. We hope you're playing along on your TV or your favorite device. If you want more information about the smartest 30 minutes on television, go to WRAL.com and type the search words Brain Game for the season schedule, final scores, and even to watch past episodes. Our regular round of play ended with Cardinal Gibbons on the board at 320 and Raleigh Charter in there at 240. Up to 200 points are now on the table, and it all comes down to our game's all-important final question. Each team determine how much to risk on globetrotting during the commercial break. Teams, here is your final question. In November 1903, Panama declared its independence from what nation? Stay tuned. The final answer and final scores when Brain Game returns, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. The teams are locked in with their final answers to the final question, which was, in November of 1903, Panama declared its independence from what nation? Let's go to our teams now. Raleigh Charter, please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is Colombia.
You risked 200 points. That brings their game total to 440. Good job on Raleigh Charter's part. All right. All comes down to Cardinal Gibbons here. Cardinal Gibbons, tell us your answer.
Our team's answer was Colombia.
Also correct. You risked 121 points. That brings your total to 441. So, gets a new one and all. All right. So with that final score of 441, Cardinal Gibbons is today's Brain Game winner, everyone. All right. That was a hoop and a holler there. All right. Well, congratulations again to Cardinal Gibbons. Please join us next week when Middle Creek takes on Triangle Math and Science. Thank you so much for watching Brain Game, the smartest 30 minutes on TV, everyone.